Hello everyone, today in this chapter we will just learn about the force and pressure. So here the first definition we get is that what is force? That what is force? So force is actually described as push or pull. So push means, what do you say when you describe a push? Push means like you are just pressing something. Yes. And pull means just you are lifting something. So push or pull. Now let's describe more about a force. So force can be described by two things. So what are the two things which describe the force? So the two things which describe the force are, so first thing is magnitude. First thing is magnitude. And the another thing which describe the force is the direction. The direction of force. Now we come to the another term which is net force. This net force is also called resultant force. Now when is the net force having like 0, when the net force is 0, when is the sum of the net force, when is the difference of the net force? Let's discuss about these. So if this is the object and the force is applied on it, if the one more force is applied on it and these two forces are applied on this object in the same direction, then this results in the sum of the two forces. If this is the object, one force is applied on this in this direction and one force is applied on the same object, yes, but on the opposite direction, so then it is the difference of the net force. When these both forces are equal, then the net force is 0. Now let's discuss about more about the forces. Let's discuss about the topic effects of forces one by one. So effects. Now force can make a stationary object. So what do you mean by the term stationary? So stationary means at the object at the rest, means the net force is 0. So if you kick a football, stationary football, you make it move. When you pick up a glass of water, you change its position to rest. Now the another thing we came to is it also changed the speed. It also changed the speed of the moving object. Like a goalkeeper slows down or stops a football by applying the force in the opposite direction to which the football is moving. Yes. And you can take it out with the, like this is the goalkeeper which is applying the opposite on the direction, opposite direction, applying the force on the opposite direction. So on the other hand, to make the ball move faster, the player applies a force in the same direction in which the ball is moving. Next thing we come to the direction of a motion. What we come to? The direction of motion. So what is this? Let's discuss about this. When a batsman hits a ball with his bats, he applies a force to change the direction. This is the batsman. My drawing is not that much nice. I'm just drawing as example. And this is the ball. This is the bat with him. He applies the force on, the ball is coming in this direction. He applies the force, then the ball goes in this direction. Yes. So this is about that force can change the direction of the moving of an object. So this is actually called as a state of motion. So state of motion can be described as a speed and direction. As a speed and direction. So now the another thing we come to, that if the speed or the direction of the motion both refer as a change in the state of motion, so if they increases or decreases, the state of motion also get effect. Now it also changes the shape and size of an object. It also changes the shape and size of an object. How it change? Take a plastic bottle and press it with the applying by a force from your hand. What? It will change its shape. Take a rubber band, stretch it, then it will also become longer in the size. It will increase its length. This tells that it also changes size. So force, these are the facts of force. Now let's learn about the describing a force. Now we know that a force can be described as a magnitude and the direction in which it acts. So these are some of the stating of a force. Now let's discuss about the types of force. So there are two types. The force need interaction and not need the interaction. Means if the force is in contact, then this will be contact force. And if the force is not in the contact, then it will be non-contact force. So contact, for example, muscular force or frictional force, and non-contact example, gravitational force, magnetic force and electrostatic force. Let's discuss each type of the force. So the first type we come to contact force. Here in the contact force, let's discuss about first muscular force. If you are lifting the bag, you are just applying the force of your muscles. This is a muscular force. The horse is pulling the cart. Your blood gets pushed into your arteries by the muscular force exerted by your heart. Now let's discuss about the next force, which is frictional force. So what is the work of the frictional actually? Friction. When we just listen the word frictional, we get a word which is friction. What is a friction? Friction is a force that slows things down or prevents things from moving. Means it opposes the motion. What it tells the difference of the net force. Means the object is moving in this direction with this force. So what it will do? It will oppose its motion. It will oppose its motion in this side. So what the object slows down or move. You can take the same example I told earlier of the football. Now after learning about the frictional force as a type of the contact force, let's discuss about the next type, which is non-contact force. What is a non-contact force? So non-contact force like gravitational force. What you can say? Like gravitational force. Gravitational force, here first we think about the gravity. The earth has gravity. So what is gravitational force? Tell that it is the force which the earth pulls everything towards its. Well, means there is no contact. Like this is the land and this is the object. If you throw a ball at a height, so there is no contact between them. Yeah, there is not directly contact, but yeah, then too this objects get pulls down here, pulls down. Yes, so this is because of this gravitational force. The another example of the non-contact force is magnetic force. The another type is magnetic force. So what is magnetic force? First let's discuss about this. The force applied by a magnetic piece, a large magnet, or you can say iron pieces. This is called magnetic force, which is also called magnetism, Now let's learn about more. So magnetic force is accepted by a magnet or a certain metal such as iron. Now the magnet force, what it says, like two magnets attract or repel each other depending on the which ends are facing each other. Means if they are like poles, so what they repel, and if they are unlike poles, then what they do, they just attracts. And here you can understand with the same formula of the max you can apply, like plus and minus always give us positive, but plus minus always give us negative. Yeah, you say that wow, where in between this term that, but you can take it as a quick trick to remember them. So this was actually applying the pattern. Okay, now let's come to the next type of force, which is electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. So what electrostatic force is telling? So electrostatic force is telling that first we discuss that what is this. There is another kind of non-contact force which is observed by us, that when you take a comb, okay, and rub with your hair, it acquires a property called electrostatic charge. What it apply a property? It apply a property which is called electrostatic charge. So what is this electrostatic charge? So electrostatic charges can be positive and can be negative. Electrostatic charge can exert a force called electrostatic force. It is because of the force that the bits of the papers move towards the comb. Electrostatic force moves towards the comb. So you can say it as like a magnetic force which also acts from a distant end, is a non-contact force. So what we get more about it, that electrostatic force and magnetic force, they both act on the distance. Okay, so they both act on distance. So this was all about the force in the chapter force and the pressure. In the next part we will discuss about the pressure.